Cupola.
Hi everyone, we're back for the last hour of the third session of Masks, A New Generation. So, as we ended on the notion of Nightshade and White Sparrow starting to spar together and like practice and get Nightshade's newfound ability under control, what I will do is I will have time pass.
Dun dun dun.
Now, this means that about like a week of time passes between you guys leaving to do your own stuff, between Starlight going to like get help from the exemplars.
Yeah, which I don't know what happens.
Exactly. So, when time passes, we have something we need to resolve. The first, and we'll do it. We'll check the playbooks. So let's start with the Janus. The way we see this, like portrayed in the book, is like as a series of pictures. I guess I'll paint that picture first. So we see a picture of White Sparrow and Nightshade in this grove. There's not anything being said. It's just like silent pictures of you, like of Nightshade. You trying to like channel your powers. We see you partially turning into mist, and White Sparrow like helping you. Like we see the two of you essentially doing sparring. We have a picture of the sanctuary of Vigil, where you practice. What does that look like? Just imagine like a single like large panel devoted to Vigil training. What does that look like?
Yeah, he's probably literally in just a like sweatpants, like bare feet shirtless, and just punching trees.
Cool.
Caking and punching trees.
Roggying it.
Yeah.
And then we have a picture of Nightshade, not of Nightshade, of Starlight, of you like sitting in some kind of like meditative looking posture, with a guy in an exemplar uniform standing like hunched next to you, saying something. But again, there's no speech bubble, so we don't see what he's saying. But there's like a picture of like essentially you like trying to get help from the exemplars, and like the exemplars trying to help you with getting a grip on your powers.
She's just saying you like butt puns and you have to resist.
Oh no.
So,
I'm going to tell you puns, and you have to not explode.
Nightshade, as our Janus, time has passed. Please roll plus mundane.
Alrighty.
Please roll plus your mom.
Bam. Full hit.
Nice. Very good. Very good. So, this means that, let's see, things are going pretty well. You have an opportunity to take advantage thanks to one of your obligations. What is that? And remind us what your obligations are for the viewing audience.
Alright. It's written down here somewhere. So, my obligations are I'm a barista. I have a job. Schoolwork at school is another obligation. And my best friend Daniel Thornton is my social obligation. So I think going along with the training, Daniel is kind of a big nerd. And so he's helped me out with a lot of like the chemistry of different things.
Yeah, he's definitely into biology and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I think he helps along with the training. Like I introduce him to White Sparrow and get his input on like my newfound ability.
Interesting.
So
I
you
assume I already kind of know him as, you're a friend that I don't actually talk to.
Right. Pretty much.
This is my other friend.
Yeah. This guy
This
turns
is my
out to
guy
be
friend.
like a huge nerd, like just the worst. But also like pretty damn gifted in terms of like his book smarts and his grasp on chemistry. And
That's
very
good.
very enthusiastic about Nightshade, like not just as a friend, but like applying his knowledge and curiosity to Nightshade, being like asking questions about his condition and so on.
I have a question for Nightshade then.
Yes.
Will he have asked Sparrow, like, can I tell my friend you're super, or will he have just done it?
I would have got your permission to.
Okay, that's no problem then.
Yeah.
If you hadn't asked her, she would have had a problem with it. But
No, I definitely would have been like, "Hey, I have a friend who might be able to help," and go about it that way.
So since you since this is creating some help for you, I think the advantage you take for this is that the next time you attempt to do the shift into gas form, you take +1 forward on that. Like you get a +1 to your next attempt to change into gas.
Gas form.
Yes.
I'll write that down.
Alright. So the legacy. You too have a role to make.
I have some questions to answer first.
That is true. So,
Well.
whenever time passes, please roll Savior.
But first,
Before rolling, let's have the other players answer these questions about your performance. Oh, that's so good.
oh no, I'm getting performance review. No.
Okay, so everyone, please let us have a performance review of Vigil. Has Vigil been upholding the traditions of his legacy?
no clue.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I have no idea. I don't know if we know the traditions of his legacy.
So the traditions of his legacy is to be secluded and detached from everything else, and to like stand quiet, vigil, haha, in watch of the big bad evil darkness that lurks beyond reality, and basically just not involve themselves with the world around them. That's
Then
the
no.
traditions of the legacy.
No. Yeah, it's a no.
No.
Okay. Has he maintained the image of his legacy?
Has he seemed detached and vigilish?
And knightly?
No.
I'd say trying to kill people isn't any of those.
I didn't try to kill people.
I just tried to stab him.
I say yes because he's after like comforting Starlight.
He did try, but that wasn't
That's very
being very
likely.
detached. But it
Yeah.
was likely.
Alright. So that is not a no per se, I'm hearing for that. Has he made the other members of the legacy proud?
Yes and no.
He made his mommy proud. Sort
And
of.
everyone else, no.
Okay.
Well, we have just one other opinion.
So I take from this that mostly this would come down to so there's a question there, right? It's his mom and Elder Kimball and other members of the legacy. There is the divide within his legacy that makes this question interesting to answer. What do you feel personally, Brain, about Vigil? Do you feel like if you were to answer the third one, if you have made the other members of your legacy proud, would you say no because Kimball is kind of up your ass about what you've been doing, or would you say yes
I
because
wouldn't.
your mom is about
It's
it?
like I wouldn't say no, but I also wouldn't answer yes.
That is totally
It's
not
like-
useful.
Yeah, it is useful, but because the quest announced only for every no answer. So if the answer is not a definite no,
Point taken. So, in that case, we have one no, so take -1 to your savior.
Yay! So I have to roll Savior with -1.
yes.
Alright.
Do I have a potential for that?
Something you did stirred up the hornet's nest. Expect several members of your legacy to meddle with your life. Yes.
Oh joy!
Get-
Question: Do I mark potential for this?
That's a great question.
It
So-
wasn't a move, or was it?
It is technically
It
a
is a
move.
move. let's go with yes for now, and I'll find out. Cool. So I have made a note of all this stuff, so I can bring that up in the future. Now there is a custom move we need to trigger here. Starlight. When time passes while you're being tutored by the exemplars, roll plus superior.
Because she has that. No, she doesn't. Yay, I missed.
Jeez.
Okay. So, you don't have a hit. On a hit, you reveal something important about yourself to them. If you roll a 10 plus, choose 2. On a 9 plus, choose 1, and then there would have been options. Instead, the very obvious thing that happens here is that although they attempt to help you, you find that you are not in control. You find that what they are saying doesn't appear to be helping, and you find yourself hopeless.
Fuck. But at least I get potential.
Yes, you do.
Well, at least I got insecure out of the way before I became hopeless then.
Indeed. But it does seem hopeless.
Back to 4 conditions. Yay.
All right. So, as time has passed, we now come in on about a week later, and
Yay! I avoided all the unpleasant questions.
yeah, because your life path, not your life path. I'm not playing Burning Wheel. Your playbook doesn't have a when time passes move.
Cool.
Yeah, you have a Doom track.
Indeed.
True.
Which is bad enough, actually.
Your literal days are numbered.
So we see you doing this. We have these panels of you doing this work. We have a couple of like silent panels of Daniel Thornton being introduced to Eliana North, and like you guys having it back and forth. We have a panel of Starlight looking bereft of hope and maybe not really having a great time. Maybe blaming yourself. I don't know how you handle what's up. But yeah, your training doesn't fly particularly well. And we have a panel of someone in the vigil having a serious conversation about what needs to be done about that boy.
Mm-hmm. He didn't show up for a talk.
And I think that is the one voiced panel we see. Is the elder Kimball and some of the other members of the vigil talking about how the influences of his mother has set that boy down the wrong path. He must be brought back into the fold. This new movement will not be allowed to stand. They are detracting from the mission. They're bringing disorder and losing focus. And as this is said, the group that are having the conversation scatter and they leave the room. And we see the light in the room go off, and then in the next panel, a computer screen turns on. Just out of nowhere, there's no one by it, it just turns on with this eerie glow. And as if to emphasize that this is a bad thing, it immediately cuts to something completely unrelated. Right? So it's and then a thing happened that we will now not look at, we will look somewhere else. We have a couple of panels that are not about you. We have a couple of panels that show... Describe to me what the physical building looks like that the vigil operate out of. What is vigil?
Is it a giant V?
It would look like, I would say, a little bit like
something more like a little bit Buckingham Palace looking thing.
So like old,
Yeah.
ostentatious construction.
Yeah, it's mostly like a palace basically.
Yeah, so
But it's like fences around it, This.
ostensibly it's a downtown building, but it's
It looks like it looks like it would be like an embassy of somebody really really important.
yeah, I can imagine that. Okay, cool. So we see the computer screen turn on. We cut to outside that building, like outside of this embassy-looking building, and then we cut to an entirely different building that just reads. Oh god, no! It wouldn't read anything because it's not an official building. So we cut to a we have a panel of the basement entrance to some kind of tenement building. We see a figure walking down the steps and into the building, down the steps to the basement, grabbing the door, opening it into a unlit chamber, turning on the lights, ceiling lights flicker to life, as this a black-clad figure walks through the room with like the deliberate click-clack of boots against a hard concrete floor. And as the figure walks through the room and as the room lights up, we see like lab equipment and expensive-looking machinery and complicated-looking machinery in the building. And the figure stops in front of a single terminal, punches in a command into the terminal. The terminal display reads "connecting," and there is just like this tiny little, almost like the size of the panel size you would have for like a tiny face portrait box worth of. We see something appear on the screen inside of the vigil building in response to the thing being typed into the terminal. The figure then turns around from the terminal, walks over to a workstation where a lot of tubes are like emerging from like like the tendrils of some kind of technological monster, like just like blurbing out of like a center platform, surrounded by cast iron metal in various shapes that seems to interlock in weird ways. And the figure places onto the workstation an armored briefcase that we have seen earlier. Opens it and extracts from within a tiny piece of chrome, blank, like shiny looking metal that has this very intricate like looking wiring system going on top of it. Like it has this computer chip looking surface, and it comes up in like a pyramid-esque prism spike. And he places that in the center of this mess I just described, and takes from a armored box that also exists in the room. What is the name of that? When you have like a plush lining inside a box, what is that thing called?
Lining?
Is it like is it like
filling, lining?
Yeah, something like that. It has like it's an armored box that has like a soft inside, and we see 6 spaces where there can be crystal-shaped objects. One of the spaces is empty, and we see another crystal like being taken out by this form and placed into the new object that was just combined with the existing machinery. Right, he places the crystal on top of the computer chip-looking apparatus. Punches a number into punches a code into the terminal, and the entire thing like lights up the last panel with like this eerie luminescent pinkish light. And then we have a hard cut from there to somewhere over Halcyon City, has the caption like reading in the upper right, in the upper left of the screen. And we just see like an overcast Halcyon City. It's a school day, of course it is. You guys have just like you're basically just arriving at school. It's early morning, and there's this sense that there might be a light drizzle. And just as you're getting off the bus or stepping out of the truck or whatever, like, how do you get to school, respectively?
School bus sounds like something I'd do.
Yeah, I think I'd take the bus as well.
Yeah. So you notice as you drive in, the school bus is taking the route along the newly renovated road that was destroyed in the explosion. Buildings are
I don't know
still
what you're talking about.
buildings are still being like renovated and stuff. Like they're not completely finished reconstructing that part of the city, but the roads have been placed very quickly and things are moving through. Right, Halcyon City prevails. It pushes through. It deals with superhero trouble and the ensuing calamity and destruction very well. So you have like worker crews around like reconstructing broken buildings. And as you're driving in, all of you like meet up outside of the school gates, and you have like a solid, I don't know, like 15 minutes until the bell rings.
So has Starlight been attending school regularly?
AJ, has Starlight been attending school regularly, or have you just like completely cut ties?
She hasn't been attending school because she really kind of don't want to be out when she couldn't control it. So if people came by to visit her, then she would have visitors, otherwise she wouldn't.
Yeah, like some kind of awkward excuse has been made on your behalf to the school board. Like you are grievously sick with something, and you will get better. And like the exemplars have made like an effort of basically covering for you in that particular regard, while they're working out a better solution. So we see all of you, with the exception of Starlight, like arrive outside the school. It's overcast. It's about to get wet, and as you like look up and see the sky in front of you above Halcyon High, a particularly dark set of clouds seems to meet, and for a moment it looks too dark. Right, it's like this is getting it's drawn like very explicitly drawn in a heavy black, and then the sky rips apart, and before your very eyes, as you are about to go into the school grounds this fine morning, a portal opens in the Halcyon City sky, shining with an eerie pinkish glow.
Uh-oh.
I believe a what the fuck is in order.
I like look up and like and I just kind of like look at Finn and Nelly.
What is that?
I like whisper, "Is this something we need to take care of?"
Some of your fellow students have responded differently than you. Some of them are being like, "Oh, what is that? That's interesting." Some are pointing and have started screaming. Some have gotten their cell phones out.
I think Sparrow definitely looks to Finn, because this is weird magic portal stuff, and that's kind of a visual thing.
Let me just look at the moves.
What?
I'm just looking at the moves. Yeah, that doesn't fit. We are too far from the action to be. I don't know. Does Finn, with his years of training, recognize this portal as familiar to?
Are you familiar with gaseous in space-time?
Well, he would be. Well, he would be familiar with dimensional portals.
So
Because-
I take it. So this seems like a dimensional portal, except for the part where the clouds immediately surrounding it seems to be speeding past on fast forward. something is starting to move within the glow of the scar in the sky.
He smirks a little. Well, it seems like we are missing another day of school.
I love his way of putting it. Okay, well, it seems like
Yeah.
we'll miss another day of school.
Aaron smirks at that and is like, "Yeah, it looks like it."
Well, let's go.
Let's get out of sight first.
I'm gonna go and change behind that dumpster I changed behind before.
So we see you like run in separate directions, get into your get up, and then when you arrive, the three of you on the scene, where do we see you? Do we see you on the roof of the Halcyon City High? Do we see you in the courtyard of the place looking up? Where are you?
Yeah, it's
Oh
probably.
yeah, we have
like
to be
the
cool,
roof.
like on the school roof, like make an entrance.
Definitely.
So that shot is definitely with you in the foreground and the school taking up like the sides of the shot, and in the background it's a bird's perspective, like looking down on you, but we can see like in the background of that shot, with you in the foreground, of course, like standing, looking cool, posing, being superheroes and awesome. In the background, there's like the school courtyard, like full of students, like pointing and looking up and being like, "Look at that!" Right? Look at those guys. Who are those people? I don't know. I have never seen them before in my life.
Oh, we are not fame enough.
Okay, Finn, this is where you take over. You gotta say it.
I don't know what we do. We don't have anything to charge at the end, so
Defenders deploy.
I know.
But now it suddenly seems very silly, doesn't it?
No, it's just
No, we don't have, Starlight with us, so.
No,
Sure.
we're totally into it.
yeah. Oh well. He rolls his eyes, I suppose. Well, defenders deploy. and to be fair, instead of jumping off like he usually do, he looks at it and he'll try to figure out this situation.
Cool.
He's trying to use his brains.
We get the like defenders deploy, and then like the speech bubbles from the crowd below like changes from being like, "Who are those people? I've never seen them before in my life." It's like, "Woo, the defenders! Yeah, I like their early work."
I think if he says that and is then assessing the situation, perhaps Sparrow can turn into something large and flying and perhaps carry Nightshade with her, just so it doesn't look stupid.
Good idea.
Deploy, and then we stand here for half an hour.
Cool. So you want to roll and assess the situation? I got the sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. That's what I want to do.
Then be so kind as to
superior.
roll a plus superior.
They do. No bonus or penalty. Wow, I
Hey, you
did
hit.
something.
Wow, we have a hit.
Ask one question.
A rarity.
That's obvious. How could we best end this quickly?
What do you mean?
That's one of the questions that's one
That
of
he
the
gets
list
to
of
ask.
questions. Yeah.
Oh, like that.
How can you
Literally.
best end this quickly? Shutting the portal.
Wow.
Yeah, but how?
Yeah.
Because it's about to get a whole lot worse.
Well, I cannot fly, so
Kind of sad Starlight isn't there, though.
As you observe this and you're like, shit, we need to close that portal. Something bad is coming.
Yeah.
As this happens and as we see Sparrow like starting to go on.
Shall I unleash my powers or something?
Not in this case. It's not necessary because you're not under duress.
Damn it! Then I don't have anything to fail, so I can get potential.
That's right. So you're just
Wow.
basically like flying with Nightshade, like getting closer.
Yeah, I think keeping with the dragon theme from last time, I'm a Wyvern this time.
Nice.
Nice.
I
And
don't
as
care about.
And as you do this, and as you get closer, then we have like the observation, like the one panel that cuts back to Vigil being like, "Oh shit, we need to close this thing. Something bad is about to break through." As this happens, a flesh like almost a beanstalk but like in reverse, comes out of the scar in the sky, like this like deep red pulsating thing with a lot of writhing tentacles, like just emerges from the open sky and like snakes down and like touches down onto the touches down on the roof of Halcyon City High, and as it does so, it basically like is in your path, so it comes at you. You have a moment to react before it just like clips you.
I guess curl into a giant armadillo with Nightshade in the middle.
That's actually really cute. Roll to defend Nightshade.
Aww.
I'm gonna get sick.
Aw, it worked.
Aww.
I really want 2
Paper.
potential before next time.
I have 2 potential. Yay! Because I didn't resolve anything. Yeah.
Let's see.
Don't
that
worry,
was-
you'll get at least probably one in the end of session moves.
I will have a look to see, since it wasn't a full hit.
Who is making thunder?
I'm adding ambiance.
I'm definitely exposing myself to danger by doing this.
Cool.
Yeah,
So-
you're taking the hit.
Yeah, absolutely. So we see that happening. We see this thing like come down, and you change into this swarm as you get swatted sideways, and you like impacting hard on the roof of the high school roof. And shortly thereafter, this thing touches down and like starts scooping over the roof with a kind of like with a gooey substance that is all the same, like much too deliberate and determined to be as amorphous as it should look.
Yeah, we're facing Sky Slime.
Gross.
From the
Brody.
planet of gelatinous cubes.
And at this moment, people's general reaction stop being, oh, look at that, and instead becomes, okay, evacuate, preferably while yelling out loud.
Yeah.
And so they do. To their honor, the faculty is really good about this. They have training in helping the students in case of super crises.
In case of tentacle invasion,
Yeah, it's like in case of superpowered nastiness, break the glass, and then there is something in there that I don't know, but yeah. So as this happens, you get knocked sideways. Mark a condition of your choice.
That's a good question. I think. Would I be angry, perhaps? Or. Yeah, that hurt. I'm angry.
Cool. So you mark angry, and as this thing touches down, the tear in the sky grows larger, and more of this thing starts spilling through. And all of a sudden, it seems like wildly out of scope. And it's so we have a worm's perspective shot like from the courtyard and up at you guys, where we see like the differentiation in like size, and this thing is like way too big. This is the picture in itself denotes that this is something bigger than you're used to. And just to emphasize that, the next panel is an alarm going off at the Exemplar headquarters.
Cool.
Starlight deploy.
So Starlight, suddenly people like start scramming around you. Like you find you like walking down a hallway, and suddenly an alarm sounds, and then you see Whisper and Watchdog, and a couple of other new exemplars that I haven't made up names for yet because I'm bad. Like sprint past.
Bing
them.
and Bong.
Bing bong.
Yes, the Bing and Bong, and they can merge into Bing Bong.
Do you react at all?
At first it's just, I wonder what's going on, and then she realizes it's the entire headquarters going amok, so she goes to the nearest window like, what the fuck is going on out there?
Yeah. So as you stand around there, like wondering, you see something like in the on the horizon. You're not sure what it is because Halcyon City is enormous, but there is this
Big.
weird glow.
Yeah.
And that's about it. And then you hear the sound of the new not the new defenders, the new exemplars deploying. And as they do so, you have this moment of like, okay, well, that it seems to be serious because the entire of the new exemplars are going for it. But then you have this moment of realization as you turn around and realize that the actual like senior exemplars are making ready to get out of here too. It's not just the kids.
She turns if they're still getting ready near her and goes,
They're basically like,
what is
walking
going
past
on?
you. Captain Courage looks to you and like puts a hand on your shoulder, a big gold suited hand, like puts it on your shoulder and is like, we have a level 4 incursion. Don't worry, we can take care of it.
What's a level 4 incursion?
Dr. Sheila Supreme walks past, even as he's trying to like find the words. He's like, well, you see, a level 4 incursion is when... And Sheila Supreme walks by and says, someone has ripped a hole in space-time and reality is undoing itself.
Oh, Monday.
She stops for a moment, and then she checks herself, like, pats herself down, and looks to the window, scratches her head, and goes, no, that can't be me this time.
Sheila shouts at Captain Curse, like, come on, we're leaving. And he's like, one moment. And he squeezes your shoulder and he's like, no, it's not you. I know it's not you. You didn't do this. You've been doing well. I know you don't believe it, but we could need your help.
You want me to make it bigger?
I want you to be brave. I want you to have courage, he says, and he smiles a smile.
She deadpans at the terrible pun he just made.
You can
I want you to have me.
You can see on his face that he doesn't get the pun. Right? He doesn't understand the joke. This is how he speaks.
That just makes her face palm. And then she looks out the window again. And she looks at him. And she looks out the window again. Alright, but if anything goes wrong, you punch me as hard as you can. And then she starts walking.
Well, I said to have courage. You certainly have courage.
I mean it.
We cut back to you guys. It has been a couple of exchanges of you fighting this thing. How have you been trying to attack it?
I think I've been trying to send out like poisonous smoke to see if I can affect it at all.
You have been trying to send out poisonous smoke, and it has actually worked. It's shying away from when you are like dropping poison on it. But whenever you do so, it just kind of rears back with the simple yet determined intelligence of like a snake. Or like a part of its body is like, ew, what is that? No, let me get around that. And when you're like trying to prevent it, when you're like, no, you can't get past me, it splits into 3 instead and like kind of like goes in separate directions around you, infecting more.
So basically, it's like, ew, stop farting at me. Ew, I said. And then just...
Yeah, it's like, imagine, if you will, that you are trying to fight this thing, and it seems to you to be treating you like a snail with its feelers out. It doesn't seem to respond in the way like, oh no, I'm being attacked. It's more like, oh, I can't go this way.
Yeah.
I guess I will go this. Okay, yes, this works. What about White Sparrow?
Sparrow will be doing what she usually does, so if there are anyone nearby who needing saving, she'll get them out of the way first, or otherwise keep her teammates safe.
Interesting. So you've been helping some people out of here. And what about you, Vigil?
Since he was standing on the roof and that tentacle like slam nearby,
Yep.
he'll be probable.
probably like, oh, I cannot fly. I can run upwards. So he basically would just jump on the tentacle and try to run upwards.
Oh, that's so cool. So what would you intend to do as you like try to run up it?
As to get as close to the portal as I can.
Ah, that's cool. Okay, yeah. So roll to unleash your powers. Let's see that super speed at work. This is the thing. This is the thing we come in on as we return to this scene.
Come on, animal bullshit. Yeah.
Oh, so that's delightfully horrid.
Oh.
So you start like running up this thing, and it works, right? We see Finnoa leg it up the side of the gooey red tentacle.
Seriously?
And as he does so, then like suddenly you start losing speed, and you realize your feet are sinking into the side of this.
Ew.
And you like as you're trying to like you're trying to get your speed back up again, you just sink deeper, and now your feet are stuck. And as you like find yourself having to push off against it, your arm is stuck, and it seems to kind of be gooping up and trying to kind of assimilate you.
Vigil.
Yeah, I yell at White Sparrow. I'm like, Vigil, he needs your help.
White what?
Oh, in that case, Sparrow notices, and I think she will. What will she do? She will fly up there, and when she's near, she will. How to do this? She'll send. She'll send in a swarm of butterflies to try and get, between him and the slime to get him out of it.
Little ferocious butterflies with nasty big pointy teeth.
More like,
They are
cover
eating
him
away
in
the slime.
them so they can land on him and spread their wings to form a small surface, and then if there's enough of them, we'll cover him.
I see. So the butterfly surface. White Sparrow's power subscribes to first season of My Little Pony logic.
So this is like the butterfly effect.
Yes, that is actually what this is.
I mean, she used
with this.
fireflies to fly people out.
It is.
It's not like her powers make much sense in which animal she uses.
No, absolutely not. I'm just having fun. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Roll to defend.
Seriously.
Damn it, but I'm good at that.
Very nice.
Not everybody can be me. Come
So
on.
you keep Finnoa safe. You save Vigil in this case, and you get to choose one.
All right, let me just look. So I can.
Please don't think.
Sorry, I'll stop thinking. This seems like teamwork, so I'll add a team to the pool.
Very nice. We go up to 3. So your butterflies manage to extract him, as the creature seems to, the amorphous mass of whatever this is, seems to be preoccupied with the butterflies in the curious and poking sense of something that's not quite sure of what's going on, but all the same treats it with the curiosity of a child.
Maybe I can use butterflies to.
Butterflies.
So we see this happening, and as you extract Finnoa from it, he can't fly, right? So what would do you grab him by the wrist and it's like, I got you, bro? Like, what's up? How is he not falling?
I think since the butterflies are preoccupied by being swallowed by the slime, I'd best grab him. So Vyvan's Sparrow grabs him with her feet.
Very nice. So as Vyvan's Sparrow grabs him with her feet, we see you whoosh past as another tentacle descends from the expanding tear in the heavens.
Damn it! Do I need to armadillo again?
No, not at all. It's not here. It's like it's somewhere else, like outside of school grounds. It touches down like a block away.
Oh.
Although it emerges from the same place. But as this happens, and the lighting intensifies, and like the frame starts being weirdly colored. We see little bony protrusions start to emerge from the parts that have been in contact with the school building as it assimilates reality and grows in aggressiveness. Is something I would have. Meanwhile, however, there is the question of while this is happening on the level where Nightshade exists and operates. Nightshade,
Yep.
the goop seems to grow angry.
Oh no, angry goop. Seeing as it was trying to like assimilate Vigil earlier,
Yep.
Nightshade's like shakes his head. He's like, I can't believe I'm about to do this, and so he coats his entire body in venom and runs straight into the goop.
What is your... Oh, so are you directly engaging this threat?
Yep, I'm just gonna like have this assimilate me, but at the same time, I'm gonna pump out a bunch of toxins and stuff.
Very interesting. So, let me think about this. Yeah, no. So, okay, yeah. So you do this. This is not going to hurt the creature. Now,
Oh, okay.
I will let you roll if what you want to do is to get it to temporarily, like, even though Nightshade may not want this, he doesn't know what he wants, right? But you as the player, you get the shot at using your power, like unleashing your powers to get this thing off of the school roof for now, right? Like it retracts itself temporarily.
Right.
Is the thing you can
Yeah,
do.
just
You can also
get it
elect
to-
to not try the roll. If you do not try the roll, then it just kind of doesn't react.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get it to retract and get off the roof.
All right, roll to unleash your power.
Oh boy, here we go. Oh, so close.
That is horrifying. So you coat yourself in venom and you run at this thing, and you too like emerge into it as you intended, but as you like start getting stuck in there, you realize that like fear starts to overcome you. You're like, oh shit, wait, it's actually getting a hold of me. It's not letting go. It's not avoiding me. And you see these little pustules appear on it that then like break open and start venting this purplish smoke.
Dang it.
As it basically starts spewing poison.
Oh god.
Shit.
Now, if that wasn't half of it, you are also stuck in this thing, and it
Yeah.
like slowly starts crawling over your face.
Gross. Yeah, I start thrashing and try and get out.
So, as this is happening, you up in the Wyvern, you see this happening. And as the flesh goop is about to, like, completely engulf him, we suddenly see, like, a streak of, like, this golden power beam tear through the sky and burn away some of this creature. It's not that it destroys it, it's more that the beam hits and it then, like, does this quivering retraction motion that gives Nightshade a moment to pull away. And as you get the chance to do so, we see the new exemplars arrive on the scene. Shortly followed... So it's basically like a shot of this group of teenagers in grey uniforms with stylized E's on their chest. And directly behind them is this other group of supers in way more old-looking but more elaborate outfits. And with standing on a rooftop next to the golden form of Captain Courage with his strong chin standing there looking, ha-ha! Standing next to him is the form of of Starlight, having come to join you.
I think Starlight said that she will be our best.
Yeah, Starlight is be right back.
Yep. So as this happens, what is your respective reactions?
Well, it's hard to see on a dragon face, but Sparrow definitely looks relieved.
Yeah, what do you
Yeah,
do?
I smile real big.
What?
Yeah, I know.
don't-
I mean, the easiest way to get down is to curl into a ball and cannonball down to where Nightshade is. So get ready for the ride.
To be fair, like I would say, Finn would try to detach from me because he has an idea how to avoid being like physically sucked in by the things. Basically, what he wants to make is kind of like God of War style swords, but like on chains,
Cool.
and basically do a Tarzan swings between like tentacles, like attacking them.
Oh, I have an idea. Want me to throw you?
Well, to start a momentum, yeah, but that can be like an assist to a roll.
I dig that. So we see that happening. We see you like you being thrown by White Sparrow, and you like doing this right. You swinging on like these barbed chains, cutting through as this creature like tries to extend its tentacles down to the ground to get a foothold. We see this happening while like beams and Kirby crackle erupt around you as the group of supers like start opening up on this creature. And as you land, we see you like landing with kind of like a spinning motion coming to a pause. And as your momentum stops, you feel a hand on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And as you turn around, you see Fost from the vigil. It's basically stopped your momentum as you were like sliding backwards, and he's like looking down on you. And he's like, "Did you do this? No, I don't believe you did this. Even you couldn't do this. We're here to help." And we get another establishing shot of the vigil arriving on scene. Not just like, here is Fost and here is Pala. This is the vigil. Like, Kimball and the group has responded to this. This is what they do.
This thing has the entire city going, and all the supers going, "I want a piece of action!"
Well, Cthulhu's basically coming through, so
That is true. Cthulhu is coming through. That's probably a good thing to end.
So, actually, I am going to keep going.
Yay!
I'm
Because
fine with that.
I think we have this, we get this double page shot, like a huge 2-page panel of the sky having been rent asunder, cloudy as all hell with the clouds whizzing by, heedless of the passage of time itself, with this great unknowable horror entering into the world, attempting to feed on it and like grow stronger and rip your reality asunder. And
That's my fucking job. Get back home.
featured centrally in the shot but in the background of it is Halcyon City High and the Halcyon City proper around it. And then we have like a combination of heroes standing on buildings, perched on flying weird looking sci-fi vehicles or hoverboards, floating in the sky with and without capes, standing at attention in certain places with swords, with shields, with maces, with glowing shields. We have the Knights of the Vigil, we have the new exemplars and the exemplars. And as they do so, we see Sheila Supreme start shouting out orders. Not orders per se, right? It's the superhero barking suggestions thing, where she's like, she says, "Knights of the Vigil, take the one to the south. New exemplars, the one to the east. We will take this here. Defenders, take care of the one on the roof."
Roger.
you got it.
So have I arrived?
Yeah, you have arrived together with the exemplars. And then
It's interesting to see which group she follows then.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. What kind of moment is this? Do we see you like jump in with the exemplars as they say they will take care of? They will take care of. I don't even remember what I just said. I think I said the northern one.
Southern.
The southern one. And then when she says the defenders take care of the one on the roof, what does Starlight do?
Well, at first she's just gotten out of the whatever she were on with Mr. Courage.
I think he like held you and just jumped the buildings.
Yeah.
Left buildings in a single
and
bound.
then just put her down, so she's just standing sort of awkwardly in the middle of fucking nowhere, thinking, if I have to do this, I have to unleash my powers. If I have to unleash my powers, this could go wrong again. I don't really want to do this. And then suddenly, people say, we go there, you go there. And she's stepping up, looking around, seeing the defenders on the roof. Not really knowing if she wanted her to follow her. Like, what? Alright. And then she goes to the roof.
Nice. So...
Doing the stuff she doesn't really want to do. She's powering up.
Yeah. So as you enter battle against this dangerous enemy, we cliffhanger you on the image of the lot of you like coming at this thing with a defender's deploy painted elaborately in the bottom of the screen.
Oh yeah.
But this time it's not me that says it, it's Starlight.
No.
Oh. She finally embraced it.
No.
That would have been awesome, though.
Defenders deploy, and then from Starlight, a tiny speech bubble of a, oh god, really?
I'm going with the others one.
She's just so happy that she does it, and they go, defenders deploy, and you can just see the, fuck, not this again.
So
It's gonna grow on you.
let's hold the session
Probably.
here and answer the questions as are pertinent. And then I have a lot of preparation to do for next session because I allowed time to get away from me again.
You're good at that.
I am
And
bad
then you
at...
ripped it up.
I am really bad at time management. I'm so bad. Okay,
Well, you are like destroying time right now, so
you know what? That's a very good point. This is my reaching out and like striking back at my bad time management. I'm being like, well, if I can't deal with this, I will deal with it.
So, would you say the Empire is striking back?
I mean, I would always say The Empire is Striking Back because that is my favorite movie.
I knew.
So at the end of this session, next session we will start off with you entering battle as a team against the foe. But for this session, the question becomes, for each of you, did you grow closer to the team? Did you grow into an image of yourself? Or did you grow away from the team? Finn, what do you think?
Where is this? We look at this. Yeah, I'll definitely grow closer to a team. Yeah.
Okay, who made you feel closer?
Oh wait, no. Wait. Well, no, I actually wasn't. I think I think different. I will say I will grow into image of myself
All right.
with all that assess.
How do you see
recognize.
yourself now, and why?
I'll say like how in terms of labels. Yeah, I think he grew closer to the idea of himself, of him being part of the vigil, I suppose. Unless he's... Oh no. Actually, with all that support, that like all the field stuff he was like throwing today, I think he grow more closer with in tune with like his like mundane self,
Yeah, I can see
and
that.
he grow further a little bit further away of the like of his like image of him being somehow beyond human, I would say.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. So
Yeah.
are you arguing
Yeah.
for raising your mundane and lowering your freak?
More like lowering my superior.
All right, cool.
Thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah, and upping my mundane.
How about you, Nightshade?
I think I definitely grew closer to the team
Yeah.
between White Sparrow showing me her sanctuary and then us training together. And
That
then,
makes sense to me.
yeah, sticking up for each other when we were in the cells and everything.
Yeah. So who made you feel more welcome? I'm guessing White Sparrow.
Yep.
Well, clearly me.
So give White Sparrow influence. Does she already have influence?
She does, as far as I remember.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
So White Sparrow,
You get-
you modify his labels. You shift Nightshade's labels 1 up, 1 down, whatever you want.
Interesting. May I ask what his labels are at the moment?
I think you
I think you can open up my sheet and look at it.
Oh, I can?
I don't know, but I think.
I don't think she can.
I'm able to look at everybody else's.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing.
I can.
Oh.
Yeah, I think continuing the work she's been doing, she'll shift Savior up and Danger down.
Nice. So this is amusing to me for a thematic reason, and that is that your mask embodies danger.
Yeah.
And so you have chosen to style yourself as a dangerous person, but you growing closer to White Sparrow is changing that.
Mm-hmm.
It might be because White Sparrow is definitely styling herself after Savior before anything else.
You're just
Well-
like an NPC. You want them to be you.
The interesting thing is too is I advanced, so I can, one of my options is to change my mask's label and add +1 to your mask new label.
Oh, that is really. Do
So
do you?
I
want that?
might do that. I think I'm gonna do that.
So what?
So you choose for your advancement, changing your mask label from dangerous to what, Savior?
Savior, yeah.
That is crazy. Okay, I love that. And then you increase your Savior by 1.
Mm-hmm.
So you go from almost no Savior to 3 Savior in a single session, and your superhero identity, your mask, your symbol, changes from being I'm a dangerous badass to being like I'm here to help people.
Yep.
He changes his color palette to like white,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like all white costume now.
or like a bright one.
Kind of like.
Oh god,
model
then they
Victor
need to
Sneak.
become a couple so they can be a couple who dresses similarly.
Do you change
Oh,
your name
that's
from
good.
Nightshade to Ginseng? I'm
That's awesome.
I'm sorry.
That was awesome.
It was awesome.
that
He's
was
called
cute.
a phosphorus. Calcium.
That's so cool. I love that. I love the idea of. Thank you for that. Okay, Starlight. How about you?
She's grown closer to the team.
Yeah.
Not that she realized that they were there for her and would be even if she went back.
I think that's very touching, and I also think that holds very true of what we saw. Who made you feel closer?
Well, all of them actually.
If you had to pick one, what'd you do?
It's either Vigil or Sparrow. It was Vigil who tried to comfort her in the cell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
And he
tried.
also
He
had the talk
succeeded.
with it was up. He also said that it was up for her but that they would always be there. Sparrow did the same. It was one of those two.
Right?
I'd say Vigil. He was the one actually going to her first.
Cool. So give Vigil influence over you. Vigil, do you already have influence over her?
No, I didn't.
Only Nightshade has that.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So take influence over Starlight.
Yay.
White Sparrow.
See?
And I would also mark potential.
Wait, you can mark potential for something?
When, according to this,
The end of session move, yeah.
Yeah. If you grow
Yeah.
closer to your team, you can mark potential or clear a condition.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So White Sparrow, what do you think
Hi.
is the case for your character?
It's a bit of everything, really, but I think I definitely think she grew closer to the team.
Yeah. I would agree. Who did
Yeah.
who did you grow closer to?
Mostly Nightshade and Starlight. Starlight because of the whole we're a team thing, and Nightshade because of showing him the sanctuary and training with him. So I'm going to go with Nightshade, I think.
I think that makes sense. So Nightshade, take influence over White Sparrow.
And I believe already have influence over White Sparrow.
All right. Change White Sparrow's labels.
Shift them labels.
make
Oh
her
my God.
dangerous.
Oh my god, they swap places and he wants her to be more dangerous.
I was thinking about that.
I mean, her labels are very focused.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, because I don't have 3 freak and 3 danger at all.
I think I'm going to raise your mundane, because that's my jam.
Yeah, that
and
makes
then
sense.
lower your freak.
Woo!
That
That
makes
definitely
all
makes sense
kinds
to me.
of sense. It's just that's such a good choice just for the fiction, right? You like here's my best friend. Now let's like bond over how cool superhero stuff is. It's like
Yeah.
it actually fits perfectly with what you described happening as time passed.
It also makes sense with the mundane, because she feels more human when she's around them. Like that.
And she met another mundane to befriend. Also, her labels are currently 00300.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
You're super focused.
I'm very much average in anything except I will save you. Do you hear me? You will be saved.
She will make a different Fluttershy, not you will love me. It'll be, I will save you!
Oh, dear.
Even if you don't want to be saved.
And I'll mark potential for that, definitely.
Yeah.
I sort of need conditions to get best burn out of it. But I don't want another condition, because then I just black out.
So you did roll a burn for the last thing in this session, so I will acknowledge that roll. So you burn, you take your take the hold that you can spend on your flares,
Yeah.
and make a note of that you have those for next session.
Yeah, I've already written in her hold, so they'll be there.
Delightful.
It's just sad we'll have to wait 2 weeks.
It's true. But maybe
It is.
maybe I will be able to spend those 2 weeks in the Himalayas practicing the ancient art of managing a fucking timetable. That is maybe a thing that could happen.
But
I
Daniel,
actually...
that would be a miracle, and these don't happen.
So I have this thing I'm doing. Rasmus, I'll let you finish that thought in just a second. I have this thing I do when I do the GM session things where I talk. I have a segment where I say a segment. I have 5 seconds where I talk about things I regret about the session, like decisions I made or something like that. When I was like, I could have done this better, or it would have been cooler if I did it differently. And I think both times I have mentioned, like, I am bad at keeping on track. Like, I'm super bad at, like, maintaining any form of, like, semblance of structure to the hours we do. And I was, in this last session, I was like, I'm going to try and do something about that, and I completely didn't. So I'm like, oh god.
You rolled a 2! A total miss.
Yep. What were you gonna say, Rasmus?
As a doomed, I believe you have a question for me.
I do indeed. That's very true. I want to know if you got closer to defeating your doom, your nemesis.
And here's the thing: I desperately want to say yes, because then I can mark a final potential and finally take the advantage I've been planning for the last 2 sessions. So I will definitely say yes, because my sanctuary is tied to my doom, and by filling it with happy memories of training with Nightshade, I've filled up the battery some more, thus postponing my doom.
Yeah, I think that's completely valid also in the fiction, right? Because as you started getting closer to Nightshade, and as you shared with him, and as you lied to him, or at least obfuscated the truth, there was that moment of Black Raven stirring. You don't know why, although I'm guessing you might be starting to suspect. And you, in response to this, you were like, no, good karma, positive vibes. Let's do a lot of good stuff around here. And you didn't like put up a fight to that at all. You just embraced it. And I think that's what your character's been established to be about. So take definitely potential, and you did some good for yourself today.
Yay, Sparrow level.
Yay!
What's your advance?
So, I have words. I have words that I can use to describe.
You have the best words.
Oh God, no.
The word is
So
the
I'll take a move from another playbook.
What move would you like?
I will take the move called Come On Lucky, which is a move from the Beacon playbook.
Oh yeah, the animal sidekick thing.
Yes, yes.
Stop taking moves from Mark.
Sorry, Mark. And I have.
It's
I've
actually
already-
Mark's dog. Like it's taking his animal. Like, thank goodness I still have you, Lucky. Like Lucky, come here. Oh.
I've put some thought into how that could work, and I would like to talk to you about that
Sure.
eventually.
We can talk details about this and figure stuff out between sessions.
I
Oh,
want an adventure.
We so need like an
too.
artwork for Mark. Just this sad man.
I don't. It's not really good advertisement for us that we have like this running theme of making fun of an NPC who we created explicitly to be horribly physically crippled.
Oh,
It's like
They make fun.
someone got really hurt. Who was that? It's this guy who's paraplegic now. He was a team member. Let's have fun at his expense forever.
He wanted so bad to be a hero.
I need to make a note of like employing this character. Like he needs to get in the fiction. I need to like have him roll up with like machine gun strapped to a wheelchair. Just
like a Professor X, like a hover chair.
Alright, yeah. So we'll talk more about that move.
Wait. Does Mark go to the same high school as us?
Yes, he does. Now he does. Absolutely.
Yay!
Have we been like ignoring him this whole time?
No, you know what?
Oh my God!
Actually, no. Mark used to go to that high school. Then he got horribly physically injured, and it was unveiled to his mother that he had been involved in some stuff that she was not really a fan of, namely superheroing, mask vigilantism. Upon which she elected to have him homeschooled for the longest time, and he has been completely detached from all of you for that time. And now that you have mentioned that and put that thought into my head, we will see the return of Mark in the future.
Oh my God, he will totally be a villain. I have never forgotten. What have you done to me?
I just imagine him in the same state as Stephen Hawking now.
Oh, gee.
For the longest time, friends, I thought that it wasn't your fault that I ended up like this, but then I thought to myself, that argument doesn't have a leg to stand on.
Yeah.
Mark, no, don't, Mark.
I had all your jokes.
I'm pleased. I'm here to please. No. No, okay, so just because I will actually I will actually break down in bad punnage if I keep at this. So I will just say thank you all very much for attending this this session of Masks. It's always great fun to have you here playing with me.
Thank you for hosting us.
My pleasure, absolutely.
Yes.
And thank you, dear viewing audience, for watching this and for having fun with us here at CharismaToAC. We look forward to bringing you much more Masks in the future, and hopefully, if you are so inclined, you can follow along with what my thought process is for the next episode in the next GM session, where I will again be belaboring my lack of ability to coordinate this stuff. But yeah, that's gonna be a theme, I feel. Much as I think
It'll
we're
be
starting.
fine.
Indeed. Much as I think we're starting to see some themes emerge in this game. So, with all that said and done, once again, for all of you, viewing audience, fellow players, thank you for joining us, and good night.
Bye.
Bye.